Right here, we're in your warehouse. Give us a tour. What's going on here?
So yeah, this is the warehouse here. It's a shared space. I share with 3 other people. As you can see, like this guy has a lot of the space. He does a lot of scaffolding. So like during the week, he's got a lot of contractors and construction workers coming and picking this stuff up. And then in this space right here is a library. It's like a bookstore, I think, downtown. And they probably have like the majority of the warehouse. And then I got my spot just right here.
Okay. How did you find this spot?
Kijiji.
Kijiji, eh?
Yeah. Because what happened was I knew I was getting a big shipment that was coming in, and I was getting a little nervous because I was like, I need a place to put it. And I had bought, I think, 150 square feet at Apple Storage, and it was costing me like $400, like a month.
Damn.
And then I got it 2 months early, and then the stuff were delayed. So that I was just paying for the storage that I wasn't using.
Yeah.
And then I was still looking for space because I was like, honestly, 150 isn't really that much. And it's one level, no racks, right? It's like you throw the garage door open.
Whatever it is, yeah.
So then I was on Kijiji still looking, and I didn't even put anything in that space. And I found this space, and I was just like, man, I came in, I was like, I need this. I need this. Like, this is what I want.
Have you been in here for?
I've been here officially since September 2021. Yeah.
So it's pretty recent.
Really recent.
Yeah.
And when I came in here, like there was a guy here before. He had like a couch up here. Like it was just like obviously way different, right?
Yeah.
And I emailed him and I was like, hey, you're leaving? Can I buy these racks from you? Because these racks are like $1,500 each. Like they're expensive.
$1,500 each?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. You go on Uline, check it out. Like they're expensive. And there's extra ones back there too. Like I have extra racks if I go to another space.
Racks on racks on racks.
Trust me. And he was like, yo, you can have the racks, you can have the desk. He even threw in the fridge. He was like, you can have everything for $500.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, easy, done. I'll give you $500 right now.
Wow.
So I got super lucky.
No, it's a blessing.
And the landlord here is super cool. Like, gave me a key. I can come 24/7 whenever I want. Yeah, it's dope.
So how'd you learn that to use a forklift? Was it just natural?
Yo, you know what's so crazy how life works? My first job, I worked at Rona.
Okay.
When I was in high school.
The how-to people.
Yeah. When I worked at Rona when I was like 15, 16.
Yeah.
And from there, I learned how to use a forklift.
You know,
I haven't driven a forklift since I was like 18 years old.
And then it came right back to muscle memory.
Boom. Easy.
It's funny, like
It's like riding a bike.
skills. Transferable skills.
Yeah, it's like
You know
riding a
what I'm
bike.
saying?
And the reason why I got fired from that job, because I was taking photos inside the warehouse.
That's hilarious.
And I became a photographer later on.
That's hilarious.
Life is crazy, bro.
Things turn around like that, man.
Yeah.
And like, how does it feel? Like, like when you have a business and you get in a warehouse, when people come and see, you're like, wow, you're in a warehouse. It's like a signal of you're booming, you're successful. Ever since you've like come in the warehouse, what's that done to your psyche and mentality? Like, is that a signal of growth?
No, that's a good question. Because, honestly, like once I had the skids all over the place, I was like, man, this is so much work. Because the next day I had another 16 coming in. And I had my mom, my sister, like everyone, like family just coming here and help me organize. And like it was super overwhelming. But when we got everything in and I was like using the space, I was like, yo, should I have a warehouse, bro?
Yeah.
Like, should I actually have a warehouse? Like I'm not at my house anymore.
It's like a sign
I'm not in the basement.
Yeah, you're on the way to like get to where you want to be, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm not in the basement anymore.
Facts. So tell me about the setup here.
So this is what we got. Like when I first got the order, it was 45,000 games.
Wow.
45,000.
45,000.
So can you explain the 45,000 in a game? Like, is that like a box or cards? Like, what do you mean 45,000 a game?
So there's 45,000 actually like individual boxes.
Got you.
In those boxes. So all these big cartons hold 30. Yeah. So order was 45,000. Some went to the distributor in Atlanta.
Okay.
And most of them came here. So we have every genre here: hip hop, R&B, soca, dancehall, pop, country. They're all here.
Mhm.
What was crazy when I first got the shipment, the distributor needed, I think, 3,200 pop games.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, I wish you had just told me that from the jump, because I would have just told the manufacturer to send it to you directly. So I get all these skids, right? And they're all over the place. The 3,200 that I needed are in maybe 4 on that skid, 2 on that skid, none on that skid.
Mhm.
So every skid, I'm going through it, looking for what they need.
Mhm.
It took me all day. I had to get my mom, my aunts come here, and like to go through every skid they gave, pick out what we needed to put it aside for them,
Mhm.
and then rewrap it.
Tell me how you pitched your auntie to come to come in.
You know what? So before that, like they were coming on the weekends.
Okay.
Like I call them like these packaging parties.
Yeah.
And like I would like obviously feed them, and like we'd have music. We take out all these. We have like 4 of these tables and chairs, and everyone just kind of comes and they just like stuff, rap, jokes, you know, that kind of thing. We're just like kind of having fun with each other.
Yeah.
And then we just like kind of pack them all into these big white bins. So they knew the shipment was coming. So when I was like, hey, I just got the shipment, they were like, do you need help? Like, we'll come. I can come after work, kind of thing. So it wasn't a hard sell, but I really appreciate all their help because it took hours. It took me 3 days to organize.
Wow.
3 days.
Yeah,
I was bust. I was so tired.
Man, that's a blessing to have your family just
Yeah.
come in and help you, and they don't want anything back. They just want to see you succeed.
Exactly. Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Like when you see that?
It's honestly good. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. It's really good. It's good. I'm like just really blessed to have that many people because sometimes it's like 8 of us here on like Sunday at noon,
Man,
just like packaging.
They want to see you win.
Right?
Take that in on a weekend.
Yeah.
You're spending packaging boxes,
just packaging stuff
back
and
to
just
back
putting
sometimes.
aside.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So we
man.
have like we'll fill those white containers, and then in the Q4 when things are crazy, like I was going through one of these containers in like I want to say in a week, and you can put like 800 games in there.
Damn.
So it was like less than a week, I think, ish. Like I was like finishing one of those things. So they would have to come back like the next week. They're like, do you need help next week? And I was like, no, I don't think so. But then I would increase the ad spend because I was like, oh, things are going well. And then I'm like, yo, I need you guys to come back because like it's fun.
Yeah.
Right?
So who enjoys the packing the most? Like who's treating the business as if, you know what, like this is my company too, like the way I'm helping
You know
out.
what? I think my mom.
Yeah.
My mom probably is the most like, move this here, do this, like, Michael, put the garbage. Like, she's like, I'm like, so I'm like, mom, just
She's
chill, relax.
Hire as a COO, chief operating officer or something like that.
She's probably the most like excited about it, but like everyone is pretty much like they care. You know, like they all put their work in. They're all like getting super dirty, moving stuff around, like. You couldn't have like if they were employees, they'd be the best employees you can find. Because when you get employees, sometimes like they get tired. Best employees.
Some employees just come in, clock in, clock out. I did my
Not
thing.
them, like
but they do it with passion. And that's hard to find.
We're pretty close, so
during
it's
the
good.
startup phases. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Super amped for you, bro.